Welcome back, Raider Nation, to the Raider D podcast, where we are once again going to be talking about the quarterback situation. Man, this has been one of the craziest off seasons I have experienced ever in my life. And, you know, the hopes are high for things to change, but at the same time, we also got to be cautious because there is so much going on out there in Raiderville that is, well, crazy. And it may actually pan out, it may not. But we're going to be talking about Sam Darnold today. But before we talk about Sam Darnold, I've been getting so many crazy comments about this hat. Guys, if you want to get this hat, don't ask me where to get it. Click on the shopping cart. My goodness, it's right there. You can buy it yourself right off of the video because we have hooked up with the manufacturer of this hat. And yes, you can buy it from them directly off of our website. And your purchase will help out the channel as we will get a small little titsy bitsy bit of that. And it doesn't cost you any extra to do so. So guys, just click on that. It'll help you out. Now, listen, let's talk about the whirlwind that the Raiders have been going through for the past 50 years. It seems like it's absolutely insane. And since Derek Carr has been gone, we have not had a quarterback. It seems like we were on a roll. We were finally getting things done. And then the NFL sabotaged us with John Gruden. And then Derek Carr leaves the Raiders and unceremoniously, gets cut by Josh McDaniels and that whole fiasco. And we just haven't been able to figure it out since. Now, before we get into Sam Darnold, before we get into Justin Fields like I did yesterday, I do want to say that this is not me saying that I don't think that, Aiden O'Connell has some potential. I absolutely do. I think if Aiden O'Connell has a good offensive line, I think that if Aiden O'Connell has a great running back, Aiden O'Connell can win you a lot of games. Now, I don't know if he'll win you a Super Bowl. I don't know if he'll win you playoff games, but I think he could get you there. You notice, like in yesterday's video and all my other videos recently, where I'm sitting in front of the Vtoman solar panels here in my nice upraised thing. Well, apparently my engineering acumen is not all that good because the platform that I built for this thing did not hold up to yesterday's insane 12-hour windstorm out here on the ranch with gusting winds up to 50, 60 miles an hour. And it collapsed and fell apart. But this right here, guys, these Vtomans, 400-watt solar panels, they held up like a champ, even though my engineering structure did not. They did not get damaged at all. They're still kicking. Even though it's a cloudy, overcast day today, I am still pulling off of these two panels right here, 800 watts. With the clouds, I'm pulling almost 400 watts. I don't know where they're getting the sun because it's like nowhere to be seen. It's crazy, man. These panels are super durable, and I am so happy that Vtoman is sponsoring the channel. So I just wanted to point that out, guys. Link is down in the description if you want to get yourself some quality solar panels. If you want to get the Jump 1800, which is my go-to, it's my little solar generator that I take around the ranch. Go and check them out. Link is down in the description. Thank you, Vtoman, for being a sponsor of the channel. Now let's talk about Sam Darnold for a little bit because apparently the Raiders, now that Matthew Stafford is off the table, all options are on the table, and the number one option apparently is now Sam Darnold. They have a meeting set up with him on March 10th, which is the soonest that they can actually meet with his agent. And so they are like first in line. Now, we've seen the Tom Brady effect not being very effective so far in his tenure with the Raiders as a minority owner. Let's see how this goes with Sam Darnold because we missed out on Ben Johnson. Last year, I know Tom Brady had nothing to do with it, but we missed out on Cliff Kingsbury as an offensive coordinator. And now we've missed out on Matthew Stafford. Some people are saying we dodged a bullet there because he's 37. And to be honest with you, I think that if you're going to go quarterback in the free agency, I think Sam Darnold makes more sense than Matthew Stafford in the regard of the fact that he's just younger. The scary part about Sam Darnold is he hasn't proven it yet. He hasn't done anything that makes me say, yeah, that's my guy, right? That's the one that I want 100% to be with the Raiders, because I don't know. Was last year a complete and utter fluke? Was last year just him being on the right team with the right scheme? Or if he comes to the Raiders, is he just going to completely flop with Chip Kelly? I don't think so. I think that Sam Darnold has shown enough growth in his career that if you go out and you sign him and you bring him here, I do believe that Sam Darnold would be able to instantly upgrade that quarterback room, simply because he has a bit more experience than Aiden O'Connell. And I think that he's a bit more talented than Aiden O'Connell. The problem has always been with Sam Darnold is just raw inconsistency. The dude has just not been consistent, guys. Last year, he was consistent all the way up until the end of the season, and then he just completely nosedived. Now, this could be good for the Raiders because of the fact that he nosedived. I think that means that Minnesota is definitely going to roll with J.J. McCarthy. They're going to go ahead and let Sam Darnold hit the free agency. And this also means if we're not going to pay Sam Darnold $50 million a year with a bunch of guaranteed money. It means that you could get Sam Darnold for probably $30 million a year. And at $30 million a year, probably a 3-year contract, it's somewhat of a prove-it deal for a starting level quarterback, a guy who's a former first-round draft pick. When you're saying, I'm going to give you $30 million a year, which you could backload it as well, if you go to him and say, listen, we're going to go out and get T. Higgins, okay? We're going to go out in the free agency and we're going to be all in. We're going to re-sign all of our key players, and we're going to give you all the opportunities in the world to win with the Raiders. But we need you to make a friendly deal because we're going to build an all-cast room. Now, the Raiders are also apparently highly interested in Aaron Jones. Now, this is interesting, and this goes along with something that I've been saying. If the Raiders were to go out and get T. Higgins, if the Raiders were to go out and get Sam Darnold, if the Raiders were to go out and get Aaron Jones, who is still a beast running back, but he is getting older, you now have a starting level cast to work with on that offense. And then at pick number 6, you get the best player available on offense, because offense has been our problem for the past several years, in Ashton Jeanty. And now you have a 1-2 punch. You have a young, burgeoning superstar running back, and you have a star running back in Aaron Jones. We now have probably the best running back room in the NFL. We have the best tight end in the NFL. We have a top 10 wide receiver in T. Higgins, if we get him. And we have a quarterback who took his team to the playoffs last year. Now, can he replicate that with that much talent? That's going to be the question. I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know if the Raiders will even end up getting him. So I'm definitely not going to say done deal, because as it stands right now, ain't nothing done until the ink is on the paper. So we'll see what happens with that, guys. If you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next Raiders video.